U.S. officials claim that most of the hunger-striking detainees at Guantanamo Bay have eaten a meal. This for the first time since their protest began more than 5 months ago. But lawyers for the captives say that doesn't mean the strike is going to end. 45 prisoners still being force-fed in what a U.S. federal judge has slammed as a painful, humiliating and degrading process. RT's Marina Portnaya has more.
99 of the 102 men on strike have eaten a meal within the past 24 hours. According to the Deputy Director of Public Affairs at Gitmo, Samuel House, he says that most of the prisoners took part in a meal of lamb to break the first day of fast during the Muslim holy period of Ramadan, which lasts through the month. Now, during Ramadan, observants abstain from food or drink from sunrise to sunset. The prisoners who have eaten are still considered hunger strikers because the U.S. military requires several days of sustained eating and a minimum caloric intake before a prisoner is removed from the list of hunger strikers. Now, U.S. military officials say 45 of the prisoners are still on the forced feeding list, meaning they can be strapped down and fed a liquid nutrient mix through a nasogastric tube. On Monday, a U.S. federal judge called the procedure a, quote, painful, humiliating, and degrading process. That comment was made in a ruling in which she said she had no authority to order a stop of the force feeding that's been ongoing at Guantanamo Bay. Now, Gitmo officials say, out of respect for the prisoners' religious beliefs, the forced feedings will only be carried out at night during Ramadan. Now, so far, what's not clear is if the Gitmo detainees intend to completely abandon their hunger strike or if the eating is a temporary reprieve during the holy month of Ramadan. Now, some lawyers for the prisoners remain very skeptical of the latest reports coming from U.S. officials because they say the U.S. military has tried to downplay the hunger strike from the very beginning, which is dated back more than 5 months ago. Now, the protest at Guantanamo has continued to raise awareness in the U.S. and throughout the world, and it has forced U.S. President Barack Obama to renew his efforts to close the island prison where 166 men are still languishing.
And a U.S. public defender, Carlos Warner, he represents 11 of the detainees. He says they don't intend to stop their hunger strike. That is until Barack Obama delivers on his long-running pledge to close the notorious prison.
The president has the power to release the 86 men right now. And we've heard noises that he intends to do so, but we've seen no action since his speech. And I believe you're still going to have a number of hunger strikers until we see people transferred. That's just the bottom line. Hopefully the military has started to engage the men and is doing positive steps to end the hunger strike. Again, all of us hope that it does end. I hope that my clients are eating. I don't want them to starve. I don't think any lawyer does. But at the same time, we are waiting for President Obama to do what he said he would do, and that is to transfer the innocent men, the 86 innocent men.